What's fucking good, YouTube? It's your boy KO Carnage here, and I'm dropping you guys another gameplay commentary. And you haven't figured out by the title of this video, it's going back to the old roots, going back to my honest, straight from the heart commentary, and kind of like giving you guys a little bit of word of advice based from my personal life, etc., etc. So let's get into this. So before I tell you my little spiel and my little advice thing, I want to tell you guys a story from my personal life, or at least kind of like a synopsis of my personal life. And I know a lot of people don't really know me personally, or know me on a really deep level. Not a lot of people really reach me at that level. It's very hard for me to open up. I'm kind of that person that likes to keep people at the fence, and I wave and say hi, but you kind of get where I'm going. So for people that want to get to know me, or really get to know where I come from and who I am, this is going to be a pretty decent video for that, especially for you new subscribers and those guys on Facebook that barely know me. This is going to be a real quick one. So growing up, I was a really sheltered kid. My mom loved me. She raised me. She was a single mother. She really encouraged my creative side, and I was a really creative child. I really enjoyed playing with Legos and Kinects, and playing with my action figures and finding different guns and stuff during like full-on cities, military bases. I basically would reenact scenes from Modern Warfare 3's campaign with action figures and Lego sets. It was great. I loved it. But I was really, withdrawn as a kid. I really, for me, social interaction versus going home playing Mega Man X1 on my Super Nintendo, or playing Mega Man on my Game Boy, or playing with my action figures was much more enjoyable than hanging out with random ass people that I didn't really know or like, or didn't want to get to know. But anyways, and that was mostly me for the most part in elementary school. And then when I transitioned to middle school, I got into card gaming. I was really into anime. I was really into drawing anime style art, and I got into Yu-Gi-Oh in middle school actually, and I went with from there. And with the correlation of Yu-Gi-Oh and art, I pushed it further. I started doing fine art and all that, and I started doing competitive Yu-Gi-Oh, and I really started to push my bounds and limits as far as what I can do. And again, I didn't really start getting into a crowd actually until I want to say when I was 15, when I got my first high school girlfriend, and I started hanging out with a crowd, and I began to realize certain things about myself and certain things about people, and how the world works with them. And I'm gonna correlate that at the end, guys. But that kind of fizzled off there. Then I dated a girl named Nicole. I want to say when I was 18, and I realized more about myself doing that, and then it turned to another relationship with another girl named Kaylee, who again also opened my eyes to a lot of things about me. So going into my adult life, I was dating a girl named Kaylee. I pretty much became more of a social butterfly. I started making more friends, hanging out with more people, doing things I like. I was with the gaming team, Infamous, for a while, and we were traveling and we were doing big things. And I left Infamous for my own personal reasons, and the reasons of why this commentary has come to be. But going on to it, I ended up leaving Infamous around the same time. I want to say a couple months after I left Kaylee, and I was with Infamous for about a year, and I was with Kaylee for about, I want to say, 2 years. And things started to click within me, and I started become more, antisocial and recluse again, and really sheltering myself back in, because that was like my safety net. And what ends up happening with these situations when you try to impress people, and this is where I was at in those two situations, where I try to go out of the way to be something I wasn't, and really ended up kicking me in the ass, is that I didn't, like, when I was with people that I could actually be me with, where I can use my little dry humor, my little sarcastic humor, and be weird and have fun, and guys I can sit around, or friends I can sit around and joke with and drink with, and just have a decent time, and just be friends, and just have friend time, and just be bros, or hanging out with chicks that are just cool. But what I began to realize was that a lot of these times in my life, and there are a lot of sequences, I try to impress people, and I try to I try to fake who I am, and I don't, and it kind of relates to why I do the things I do on my YouTube channel, and that's why, when I do my spiel, I really hate it. I absolutely hate doing my spiel, but I feel like I need to reel you guys in. But if you guys came here for the content, I do appreciate it at the end of the day, and I really, my heart goes out to you guys for supporting me, because I want my commentary to be organic. I don't want to be scripted. I don't want to be bullshitty. I don't want to be, anything but organic. I wanted to flow. I wanted to sound natural to guys. I don't want it to be, I want to talk to you guys like I would be talking to you face to face. So anyways, with that said, I learned to stay true to myself. And what I mean by that is that when you stay true to yourself, you do things based on your personal needs, your personal emotional status, and what you need to do. If if something doesn't feel right, you don't do it. If it doesn't feel ethically right, don't do it. If it doesn't, fit you or who you are or what you're trying to do, don't do it. What I'm meaning is, like, I'm saying, like, if someone goes up to you and, like, you're a straight edge guy and they try to offer you coke, obviously you're not going to do it, but they're going to pressure you, you're going to do it, and then that's not staying true to yourself if you cave in, or like you try to be someone else to impress this chick. I'm not saying that it could turn out better in the long run, but a lot of the times, and I've been in those situations where you try to catch a girl being someone else and not being who you are, but instead it ends up, when you do show them who you actually are, it turns out horrifically. It turns out so bad. So the point is that when you do things that are beneficial to you, morally, personally, and spiritually, you end up learning things about yourself. And I learned a lot about myself just making mistakes that are commonly made, and that's how we learn as people, and that's how we grow as a person. And I started being true to myself, and I started to really define who I can keep around, who I can trust, who are my friends, what were the right things to do in my life, what I wanted to do in my life, and things like that. Like, my life was redefined by me doing things personally for myself that would improve myself, and things that wouldn't compromise who I am. And when you compromise who you are to do something, you lose bits of yourself, and you lose parts of yourself, and that's where we get into a moral conundrum here. And I feel like a lot of the times people are in that moral conundrum right now, and they really are stuck in a weird place where they don't know what they're doing. And maybe like 5 years ago, before they went down this shitty, slippery road, they knew what they were doing, and they knew where they were going, because we lose touch with who we are, and our morality, and who we the things that we used to love, and why we did it, and the passion, and where the passion came from. And I'm saying this to you guys because a lot of you guys may be out there, like, maybe frustrated or lost, or confused or mad, and I get that. I was there for a year. I was there. I'm actually kind of there right now, but right now I have a redefined vision, because I began to open up and started being honest with myself and the people around me, to really understand who I was and what I wanted to do and where I wanted to be at and what I needed in my life. And by staying true to yourself, you really open up your eyes to what the world really is, and what your world really should be, and what you need to do in order to get that done. So with that said, guys, I really hope that helped you out. It was kind of a strain, really digging for my personal life, because it's not normally a thing that I am really profound at doing. I really take short snippets, and I'm really able to talk about it. That's what I'm good at. But I hope that my story helps you stay true to yourself, and I hope it really open your eyes up to a lot of other things in life. And I really hope that it is it influences you to do the right things, and the things that will help you better yourself at the end of the day. Anyways, guys, I'm out. I hope you guys liked the commentary. Take it easy, guys. Peace.